Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Hobart begins now.
Good evening. Labor continues to target Thursday's budget black hole, claiming the government's planned sell-off of state businesses will only deepen our burgeoning debt. And the Greens are now raising alarm over their belief that Forestry Tasmania is among the suite of GBEs the Liberals plan to privatise.
In the wake of the budget hand-down dubbed as disastrous, the political fallout continues.
We're talking about record deficits, record debt. There's now $10.7 billion worth of net debt, and it's spiralling out of control.
The Liberals have been playing merry hell with the budget for a decade now, spending like drunken sailors.
Labor's focusing on ballooning debt, saying privatisation will only deepen the budget black hole. Tas Networks, MAIB, Tas Ports and Aurora still listed for sale, GBEs which Labor says provide crucial revenue for the state.
That's $620 million that contributes to schools and hospitals. And if we sell them off in a fire sale, it's going to take a generation to pay back the Liberal legacy debt.
But the government says all sale options remain.
We will look at each of our GBEs on a case-by-case situation and understand the merits or otherwise of their ownership structure.
Meanwhile, the Greens fear Forestry Tasmania is also on the chopping block, concerned around 812,000 hectares of public land will be sold off.
The native forests that we have in Tasmania are globally unique, and it's critical that we hold them and protect them in the climate and biodiversity crisis that we're in.
Claiming Tasmanians will bear the brunt if these state-owned assets are sold.
Buses would be more expensive, power bills would be more expensive.
The Liberals say it will take time to weigh up what businesses will provide the best return for Tasmanians.
We'll go through the next tranche of those businesses in the weeks and months ahead.
Rebecca Gadaneris, 7 Tasmania News.
A shot in the arm today for the troubled Bell Bay hydrogen project, with a new proponent taking the lead in the $2 billion scheme. Australian company Zen Energy will now spearhead the initiative, which the government hopes will create hundreds of jobs and position Tasmania as a leader in clean energy.
After a series of setbacks and false starts, the proposed green hydrogen hub at Bell Bay has finally taken a step forward.
I'm really pleased today to announce Zen Energy's Bell Bay Power Fuels project as our provisional lead proponent here for the Tasmanian Green Hydrogen Hub.
With the potential to produce around 45,000 tonnes of renewable hydrogen a year and create up to 740 jobs.
This is a project that many Tasmanians, particularly here in the north, will be familiar with. It's a project that has long been part of the vision for Tasmania.
It's been a 5-year process. The government says it received around 60 registrations of interest, which it says underscores a compelling case for Tasmanian green hydrogen.
So a $2 billion project plus $2 billion of renewable energy coming to site. That makes it by far the biggest project in Tasmania for 50 years.
Work will now focus on critical supply chain opportunities.
How do we help businesses prepare for those opportunities that are now going to become a reality?
The Greens say they support clean energy alternatives, but have given qualified support to the Bell Bay project.
Any renewable energy has to be truly sustainable and not using any of our native forests to feed it.
The old oil-fired power station's currently being dismantled. It's hoped hydrogen will start leaving the site by 2028. Matthew Watson, 7 Tasmania News.
Huonville drivers are in the spotlight tonight after Tasmania Police detected a staggering 15 motorists with only one operational headlight during just an hour of patrols on Friday. It's a cause for concern for authorities given the risk of incidents increases for vehicles that aren't deemed roadworthy. 21 Tasmanians have died on our roads already this year. The concept of waste, even human waste, is being explored through a 7-day art performance in Hobart. One Queensland artist gathering odd objects from a Tasmanian tip, giving them new life in front of an awestruck crowd.
Art is known to explore a myriad of strange and controversial subjects, and that's what this artist plans to do.
Cardboard and the paper that I'm going to pulp over the next few days, I'm going to start to build again, like these little paper pulp primordial beings that may take the shape of small poos.
Queensland artist Justine Williams will spend the next week creating a series of objects inside her Hobart haven. Using a pond, part of her main stage, she's locally sourced and repurposed waste to sculpture human waste.
On the 6th or the 7th day, it really, because I've been in this space for a while and I'm really trying to find things to do, and it becomes this meta-narrative where I'm critiquing the work within the work.
Making Do Rhymes with Poo is a standalone exhibition that just happens to be scheduled against a festival well known for its weird and wacky subject matter, Dark Mofo.
It's really great that this is open just before the heat of the festival happens, because we're getting a lot of people that are able to actually be with the work.
Justine's no stranger to the canvas either, forming the subject of this year's prestigious Archibald Prize, flagship Mother Multiverse.
There's a broader audience that gets to understand your practice, so that's really good.
The performance starts from 12 every day and is free to anyone brave enough to check out what she's done. Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
The annual Aboriginal Round in the NTFA has been held at Rochelle. It's been a day to honour and recognise the contribution made by Indigenous Tasmanians to football. The day including a traditional welcome to country.
To showcase our culture, bring awareness to our culture, and look at trying to find ways through sport that we can bring that groups of people together and have that understanding.
It comes after current player Zane Brown became just the 8th inductee into the NTFA's Aboriginal Hall of Fame. Launceston has kept in touch with NTFA ladder leaders North Launceston with a 302-point thrashing of Scottsdale at Windsor Park. The Blues always in command, kicking 23 goals to 1 at the main break. The victory leaving them just the one win behind the Bombers on the ladder.
Inside 50, Declan Shug grabs it, gets it off to Cox Goodger. He can't pick it up. Leary snaps, and Brandon Leary kicks the first for North Launceston.
The Bombers now the only undefeated team in the league. And back home, it just wasn't meant to be for the Northwest Thunder last night, going down by 11 points to the Chargers in the NBL 1 derby. Hobart's victory was partly thanks to Jordan Stratzma and Will Cranston Lown, who collectively put 46 points on the board.
Cranston Lown trying to go up, couldn't get that to go. A lot of contact, referees let it play. Stratzma for back-to-back threes, yes!
Hobart's women's side weren't so fortunate, losing to last on the ladder, Lonnie. Keely Froling scoring 27 points for her side.
Rayner. Now to Ahern, and Froling hits the three.
The final score 80-91. Hobart will have a chance to redeem themselves on June 15 against the Tigers in Melbourne. Stay with us. Kaya will join us after the break with the weather forecast.
Good evening. It was 15 in Hobart and Launceston today, 14 in Devonport and 16 the top in Burnie. 17 our maximum recorded on King Island, Flinders Island and St Helens 16, Smithton, Low Head and Ouse all 15, 14 in Grove and 13 for Strawn and Lyowini. Low cloud was seen about the west, far south and Bass Strait Islands today. The satellite here shows cloud pushing onshore towards the state as a cloud band moves through the Bight and inland WA. Tomorrow high in the Tasman Sea will extend a ridge through central and eastern Australia. Northwesterly winds 20 to 30 knots about the west and south. Southwesterly swells are on the increase to 3.5 metres in southern waters. There is a strong wind warning for coastal waters tomorrow between Tasman Island to Low Rocky Point. Another partly cloudy day in Hobart tomorrow, 16, a bit of cloud too in Richmond, 17, 18 and fine in Ouse after a morning frost. Another cool frost for Lonnie, 16 the maximum, 15 and partly cloudy in Devonport, -1 the overnight low in Deloraine, warming to 14 degrees later in the day. Some partial cloud in Burnie, 16 also in Strawn with possible showers, but fine and sunny in Curry with 17 degrees. More sunshine on the way for St Helens and Swansea, 17, some cloud cover in Whitemark with 16 degrees. Forecast now for Monday, showers about the west and south extending statewide throughout the day. Showers throughout Tuesday also remaining about the west and south with snow falling to 700 metres. Isolated showers about the west and south on Wednesday with snow continuing to the 700 metre mark. Across the nation tomorrow, showery across Brisbane, 23, a fine and sunny day in Melbourne and Adelaide. Sunny skies in Broome with 29 expected there. Mostly clear across the state tonight. Hobart 9 degrees, Launceston 7 and 6 in Devonport. And so winter begins, Lou.
I can't believe it'll be Christmas before we know it. Thank you for that, Kyle. That's all your news for this Saturday evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.